Hello everyone, it's me, Noctua Early, and I want to make this video because the Game Awards are coming up and I'm most likely going to watch them for the channel, and I don't know, I thought this would be a good chance to just talk about gaming over the year, and I wanted to say what I'd be voting for and vote live on here. Except this video isn't live. I'm just going to record it and then put it on YouTube because I just don't want to live stream this for right now. Maybe if I did this tomorrow I'd be in a better mood for it, but I haven't really looked through all the categories. I kind of want to go in blind, but I do love Game of the Year having Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Last of Us 2, and Animal Crossing. It just sticks out so much. But out of all of these games, I've only played one of them, and it's Animal Crossing. Okay, I don't know what that is, but yeah, I have to go with Animal Crossing because it's the only one here I've played, and it would be really funny if it won, especially with games like The Last of Us here, which is very much like Oscar bait in game form. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm sure Last of Us 2 is a fine game. I haven't played it just because I'm not huge into zombie games and I didn't really like the first one that much. So I just decided to skip out on that game. Also haven't played Hades yet. I want to get to that at some point because I've heard a lot of good things about it. Ghost of Tsushima, I've heard is Dark Souls-like, and I'm sure that's also really good. Final Fantasy Remake, I don't like having a remake as Game of the Year. Like, remakes and remasters just don't feel like they should be winning awards like that. Maybe if they had like their own category for like remake of the year or something along those lines, that would be much better in my opinion, because I don't know, it feels like, oh, we already had an amazing game and we just made it again. Award please. And then there's Doom Eternal, which I've only heard good things about, so I'm sure that's also really good. If I had to guess on which one I think is going to win, it's probably going to be Last of Us 2 or Doom Eternal. I think one of those two is definitely winning Game of the Year. Next up is Best Game Direction, which has a 4 of the 5 games were in the last one. So very much good variation, I guess. I don't know. Award for Outstanding Creative Vision and Innovation in Game Direction and Design. I guess for that I'd have to go with either Hades or Half-Life Alyx from what I've seen of them. These are the only two that I'd say were really innovative. It's like, this is a remake. It's not really innovating, it's an old game, but again, and this, oh well, I don't really know much about Ghost of Tsushima, and Last of Us 2 is just like Last of Us 1, but again, from what I've seen, it's like different story, and that's about it. I want to give it to Hades, just because it's the indie rep, and I appreciate a good indie rep. It won't let me move. Uh-oh, the website froze. What? The website froze. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. No, I had to reload the page because it just froze for some reason. So we're back with Best Narrative with 4 of the same games again. The same 4. So, there is one outlier though, the Atlas game, 13 Sentinels. I want to play this game on stream. I've heard a lot of good things about this, so I'm gonna vote for that one for now. The Best Art Direction for Outstanding Creative and Technical Achievement in Artistic Design and Animation. Let's go into Ori, that's easy. This one's just realism, this one's fine, but it goes to Ori, easy. Best Score in Music. Ooh, I haven't listened to any of these games' music that much. Did The Last of Us 2 have good music? I've not heard a single person even talk about The Last of Us 2's music. Does that belong in this category, or do they just throw it in for consistency's sake? Because it's been in every single one so far. Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy, so... Oh, but Best Audio Design. Ooh. I'd really need to actually play these games to know. Because that's something, like, you'd have to know from specific sound effects and how the game treats them and how the game... There's too much of an unknown factor for me to pick this one, so I'm just gonna go with choose by random. Closing my eyes, and whichever one I land on I pick. Half-Life Alyx, congratulations. Best Performance for voice acting, and okay. I like how they got new pictures for everyone else, but they're still just using the same Ghost of Tsushima picture they've used for every other one. I also haven't paid attention to any of these voices. To be perfectly honest, I haven't played many games this year. This is a bad year for me to start these, because I think I've only bought like 4 or 5 new games at most this year, and they weren't any of the big ones, just a few indie games, Animal Crossing, like 3D All-Stars I picked up, but other than that I really haven't gotten many games this year because of how this year has been, and really nothing has caught my interest so far. So, I'm surprised that the Miles Morales game is in here. I would have thought that wouldn't have made it in the cutoff point. That would have to be a next year game, but I'm just gonna go with this one. I don't know why. Games for Impact, for thought-provoking game with pro-social meaning or message. I'm surprised they didn't put Last of Us 2 in here as well. Just throw it in with all the indie games. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. You should not name anything that you want to be taken seriously. Tell me why. Pro tip, don't do it. But yeah, I haven't played any of these either. Fuck. I haven't even heard of any of these, except for Spiritfarer. I've heard of that one because it was at E3 like 2 years ago, I think. Well, a year and a half ago, but whatever. The 2019 E3. I'll vote for that one. The best ongoing game. You'd be amazed how much I don't care about any of these games. Man, why can't game shows ever have, like, games I give a shit about? Give me my kids' games, damn it. I don't know, man. I've heard Apex is good. Okay, best indie. Here we go. This I can get down with. Karen, I've seen a lot of. Is really good. Fall Guys is okay. Fun. Very fun. Hades, I've heard a lot of good about. Spelunky 2, I've also heard a lot of good about, but I haven't played it myself. I'm pretty sure. Is Hades also a roguelike? I feel like it is. I feel like every big indie game is a roguelike. If it's single player, it's a roguelike. If I had to choose, I'm guessing that Spelunky 2 is probably the best of these. I don't fucking care. Best mobile game. Does Among Us really count for this year? Genshin Impact. I've heard a lot about. I actually have played Pokemon Cafe Mix. That was fun for like a day, and then got really fucking boring. Well, I'll choose Among Us for the meme. Best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity, and game updates/patches. Well, all of these are just the ongoing games except Fall Guys. Best VR/AR. Oh, dreams. Easy. Although, I've heard a lot of good about Half-Life Alyx. I've heard a lot of good about that game. If I had played Half-Life Alyx, I would probably give it to that one. And I suspect this is the game that's gonna win. Ah, shit. That's what I've been forgetting. I have to put in who I think is gonna win. Okay, best game direction. I think Last of Us 2 or Final Fantasy is gonna win here. Best narrative, I think either Last of Us 2 or Final Fantasy is gonna win here. Best art direction, I think it's gonna go to Hades or Ori or Final Fantasy. I don't think they're gonna give this one to Last of Us. That would be really weird if they did. Best score, again, I think it's gonna be one of these three. It would be really weird if they gave it to Last of Us. Doom Eternal also has a good shot, but not sure on that one. Audio design, they might give it to Resident Evil 3, just because it's horror game, and horror games normally have like a lot more obvious good sound design than other games. Best performance, probably one of these two or Miles Morales if I had to guess. Impact, I have no idea. I just have no clue. Probably the one I voted for just because it's the most well-known. Here, probably Fortnite because it's the most well-known. Maybe No Man's Sky. Best Indie, I think they're going to give to either Spiritfarer or Hades. Yeah. Mobile game, I think it has to be Among Us or Genshin, right? I don't know if anyone gives a shit about Call of Duty Mobile or Legends of Runeterra, and no one gives a shit about Pokemon Cafe Mix, so best community support, I think is gonna Fall Guys is gonna get that, probably. Fall Guys or Fortnite, probably. And then for this one, I think Half-Life Alyx is getting it. Innovation and accessibility. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Okay. Hardware that is pushing the medium forward. I don't know how these games did that. Innovation and accessibility. I don't know, this looks like a sphere game. I don't fucking know. Best action. For the best game in the action genre, probably Doom Eternal. I think Doom Eternal probably wins that easy. For action games specifically. Adventure. Adventure. Action adventure, whatever. I would give it to Ori, but I'm guessing either Spider-Man or Last of Us 2 is gonna win. Role-playing game, Persona 5, but it's probably going to Final Fantasy VII Remake. Maybe Yakuza, but I don't think so. I don't think it would go to Yakuza. Best fighting game? It's definitely going to Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. I'm gonna vote for Street Fighter, but I think Mortal Kombat has a better chance of winning. Best family. Animal Crossing, Crash 4, Fall Guys, Mario Kart Live. That's a very odd game to put here. That really shows how barren Nintendo's lineup has been all year, though. Like, how many good Nintendo games have come out this year? Barely any. Like, they've just released nothing. Nothing. Minecraft Dungeon and Paper Mario. I guess Crash 4. Even though I haven't played that yet, but I plan on playing it once it gets a price drop. But from what I've seen, that's the most, like, fun of these. Because this is just, like, I wouldn't even qualify this as a game, like, because it's more of a, like, toy, isn't it? And Animal Crossing is still being worked on a lot, so it's kind of hard to... Oh, fuck yeah, Flight Simulator. Best sim / strategy. Yeah, well, haven't played any of these, but Flight Simulator. This could win just for the meme. Other than that, I think probably XCOM, just because XCOM is the only, like, notable name here outside of Flight Simulator. Oh, sports and racing. Fuck yeah. I don't think anyone gives a shit about any of these games, but people do give a shit about Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I would be shocked if this doesn't win. Like, super shocked. Best multiplayer. It's definitely gonna be Fall Guys or Among Us. Like, Animal Crossing's multiplayer is pretty barren. Call of Duty's is... Well, it's Call of Duty, so that has a good chance. I just haven't played it, and it's not a bean game, so I don't care. If it doesn't have beans, I don't care. That should be your, the qualification for existing this year is, are your characters beans? Yes or no? But in terms of which one is better for multiplayer, I think Among Us is, just because there's a lot more options, and it's definitely more centered around multiplayer, whereas Fall Guys is more of a single player game that you play with other people, if that makes sense. Like, the other people don't like it doesn't feel like you're playing the game with them, it feels like you're playing the game despite them. Content Creator of the Year, Scott the Waz. Write in, Scott the Waz. I haven't heard of any of these people. I've never seen them before in my life. The only one I've ever heard of is Tim the Tap Man, and that's just because of a HoloLive meme that happened. So congrats, dude, that HoloLive meme. You get the vote. Best debut game. Oh, okay. Ooh. Phasmophobia isn't finished yet, but I think Phasmophobia is gonna win just because it's like fresh in everyone's mind. But I think Karian, however you pronounce it. Oh, best esports athlete. I care immensely about this. Fucking, I don't know, you. I like the cut of your the fucking website froze again. How do you fuck up a website? Ugh. How do you fuck up a website that's just voting? What are you... What strenuous shit is going on where it can't load? And I know it's just this, because like... My OBS is working fine. The rest of my computer is working fine. It's just the website. So I'm gonna pause again and be right back. Okay, well, since the last few categories are just esports shit that I don't care about, I'm gonna call it here because the website has crashed again and it doesn't want to show back up. So I'm going to end the recording now and probably like reset my computer so that Chrome will open again. Nothing ever works. Nothing ever works properly. Yeah, that's my overall thoughts for the Game of the Year nominations. A lot of the same title showed up multiple times. Like, for the first 5 to 7, categories, it was the same 4 games of Final Fantasy VII, Hades, Last of Us 2, and Ghost of Tsushima. Like, just over and over and over again. So, kind of weird in that respect, but not a lot of games came out this year, so it's kind of understandable because of how this year has been due to the pandemic and all. So, it makes sense. Hopefully I get a co-host on for when I watch the Game Awards. I want to watch through it just in the small chance that there's a Smash Brothers announcement. I really don't care about anything else there, but I don't want to be spoiled on a Smash Bros. Announcement if they make one, and then like go on YouTube and see the thumbnail for the new character getting, like, who it is before even seeing the trailer. That would just suck. So I'm gonna watch through all 3 hours of that stupid fucking Game Awards. Ugh. But yeah. Overall, what do you all think of this year's game nominations, and what are you gonna vote for? Tell me down in the comments. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Noctua Early. Thank you for watching. See you next time.